How are you guys doing? Yeah, I like that this is a rowdy panel. It always is. But before we can break things, we have to have a lesson or two. So how many of you have been to Bootleg Bomber? Woo! Yay, so you know we always have fun talking about how bad bootlegs are ahead of time before we start smashing things and setting things on fire. So I'm going to let Colin introduce himself.
Hi.
Mike 2.
Oh.
Hi.
Yeah.
Everything switched on?
Hi.
Hi, whoa.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Colin Harvey. I'm the chairman of the convention, and yeah, introduced.
Colin is acting very, very humble right now. Colin actually, I would say Colin's probably one of the best at spotting bootlegs out there right now. The first year we did this, they got a steamroller, which was cool as all get out. But part of the reason this con exists is to educate and help you guys be active parts of the community and know when you're being ripped off. So we always use a little bit of time before we break everything to talk about what bootlegs are and why they're bad, and kind of dispel some myths and talk about how you can prevent yourself from being ripped off. So does anybody give me a real quick textbook definition of what a bootleg is? Yeah. Something that is unlicensed merchandise, which means it's something that was not licensed or had any say-so from the original creators or license holders. Now, that in and of itself, most people will tell you, well, so what? I just want a Death Note jacket. I don't care. The idea behind a bootleg is to make something really cheap and sell it to you for a profit and then get out of town. Bootlegs are not known for their integrity at all. As we found last year when we watched the smoke turn green as we burned some Pokemon cards. I'm sure if I ever, well, I won't have children, but if I did and they came out with like 3 eyes, I'm going to blame it on those Pokemon cards for sure. But usually bootlegs are made out of really inferior materials. In fact, there's a plushie story that we used to tell. I mean, it's still a relevant story, but a bunch of bleach plush were seized coming across the border. And I'm going to make a guess, and no one's going to get this wrong. It's fun. I always love that everybody in the room gets the answer to this next question right. So when they catch bootleg merchandise, they send it back to the copyright holder usually, or they give them the option to field destroy it. So now these were plush. So how do you think the easiest way to destroy a box of plush would be? Just all scream it out. Burn it! I love it. It's always perfect. Burn it! Fire! Fire! Burn it! Yeah. So like, that's cool. And they did. Set it on fire. And the people that were present at that field destroy complained of shortness of breath. Some of them started coughing up blood. They were having blurry vision. Anybody want to guess what those plush were stuffed with? Fiberglass. Yay! Household fiberglass. Yeah, you've already been. You can't answer if you already knew the answer. Gotta let somebody always says anthrax, asbestos. I'm like, no. And bootleg does fund terrorism, but not that way. So what we want to do is talk to you about how you can spot some merchandise and how to keep yourself from being ripped off, and why you should never want bootleg merchandise. It doesn't matter if you're the biggest Death Note fan or the biggest Dragon Ball Z fan. You shouldn't want bootleg because it's booty, it's bad, it's made out of crappy stuff. But in many cases, if you're wanting to see the show you love keep going on, supporting unlicensed merchandise is not going to do anything to help it happen. So,
also,
yeah, go on.
as he said, a lot of the people that manufacture the bootlegs, the money does go to fund terrorism.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. They found, what was it? It was one of the Al Qaeda cells. No, one of the ISIS cells. They found Disney videos, DVDs, Disney videos selling bootleg DVDs because the profit margin is so easy. DVDs are super cheap to produce, and you can sell them for a lot of money. Oops, sorry. Trouble in New York. Tyra Banks had a meltdown on television about buying bootleg movies on the street and how it affected terrorism, and she just went nutty apparently. I missed it, but wouldn't be the first time Tyra Banks freaked out on TV, so I definitely need to go back and find it. So what do you want, what should we talk? I know, right? What should we talk about?
We should always start with DVDs.
DVDs, yeah.
Yes.
Let's talk about DVDs. They're probably the most repeat offender for sure. We see bootleg DVDs most of the times. Colin, you talk.
Okay, yeah. So, I'll just pull it out right now.
Oh, are you gonna say it? I think you should say that.
Okay, now I'll say it.
Yeah.
So, one of the, okay, I'll just open it up. Does anyone know,
Yeah.
can anyone tell me a good way to spot a bootleg DVD?
Check
Okay.
the region, yeah.
Yep, check the region is a good way. You can
What
just,
does anybody know what our region is?
1.
1, thank you.
do you know what it is for Blu-ray?
Oh.
Yeah. Which is a different set of countries than
Yeah.
one, so it gets a little
Blu-ray we
confusing,
share
but-
with Japan.
So, yeah, region is a good way
Region,
to
yeah.
tell. If you see something that says region 0 or region all, most of the time, really most of the time, there's like 2 legit DVDs.
Yeah, they're both of them are Central Park Media, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah.
There's like 2 legit DVDs that say region 0, or I can't remember if it's region 0 or region all.
I think it's region 0,
But-
yeah.
But if it's not those 2 DVDs, and I can't remember which they are, it's some NECA.
It's 2 super early Central Park Media titles because it was actually just done as a mistake. They didn't know they had to, and so they just said region 0 or whatever. But yeah, somebody told me that story a while ago.
And so if you see region 0, region all, region none, something like that, it's gonna be a bootleg.
Yeah. And even, I mean, like, and somebody will say, well, maybe some small company. Everyone uses region coding on DVDs. Even the porn industry region codes DVDs. Because they don't like to spend money on things like coding. But, so yeah, region coding is a good one. What else? Yeah.
Subtitles if they have it in Chinese and English but nothing else.
Yep.
Now, true, but you can't just use that as a specific barometer, because an older show, a show that's been licensed for many years, may have Chinese subtitles.
Well,
But
I
you're
mentioned
right.
just
The
Chinese
absent-
and English.
At the absence of any kind of other subtitles, in fact, we found out that's why so many of the bad bootlegs have such crazy subtitling, because they're translated from Japanese to Chinese and then Chinese to English. So there's a really good game of telephone that happens, and that's why you get some really weird subtitling on those. So yeah, those are things to look for, and I call those telltale signs, like too much Chinese writing, made in China, like, which you can't always say. And the reason, somebody accused me of being racist one time on this panel, they're like, what do you have against China? Nothing, except the fact that China does not enforce a lot of copyright. And China produces a ton of illegal and unlicensed merchandise, and a lot of them are referred to as gray market goods, which means you can buy and make and sell them in China, but they're not. Have you ever seen anything not to be sold outside of China? That's considered a gray market good. It means it is probably unlicensed, and if it's sold anywhere outside of China, it's considered contraband.
Yeah, and so the region encoding is pretty much the only specific DVD thing, and there are some other signs that are general.
Absolutely.
They're general ones. They pretty much work for everything.
Everything.
One of the biggest one, and the biggest one, is if there's no copyright anywhere on it, then it is going to be a bootleg.
You can't find any copyright or trademark.
If you can't find any copyright and it is not a bootleg, it just means you didn't find it. It's there somewhere.
Yeah, I have a Hello Kitty ring that I was like, well, Sanrio puts copyright on everything, and I was like, except my ring. And then it's Hello Kitty riding a rainbow, which is funny. It's this huge blingy ring. I know, NBA, so figure that one out. And one day I tossed it on the counter, and it's written in tiny letters on the underside of the jewel. This is copyright Sanrio 1978. I was like, wow. So yeah, almost everything that, like any kind of Nintendo product, any kind of anything from a major brand will always have some kind of copyright and trademark information.
Yeah, and a good thing is educate yourself on who owns the show.
Yeah.
Because here's a Digimon disc. I really like Digimon. And so I got this, and I got it, and even though it looks a little wonky, the case, it does have a copyright on the back, so I had assumed at that point that, that's real, even though it does look a little weird. But nope, they just put a copyright ruin on the back, and they don't actually have the copyright to it. So
Do they actually put the right company name out?
they do. They say
Copyright.
It doesn't have Sabian?
yeah. Well, they say Copyright Alliance Entertainment, whatever.
Yeah.
But they do say presents a Toei animation. So it's
Wow.
So,
So it
yeah.
sounds right. Yeah.
it sounds right, but I tried looking up Alliance Entertainment, and that's how I found out that it was a bootleg.
Isn't Digimon
Wow.
produced by Saban?
Save it.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's another thing. The barcodes are, like we said earlier,
Yeah.
barcodes are a big thing. Again, though, this had a barcode on it, but it's not a real barcode.
Yeah, and any of you that have a smartphone should probably have a barcode reader anyway. They're really cool to have. Checked on bargains with them, but many of these things that have barcodes on them, when you scan them, it says no item listed. It's just a graphic. It looks like, stop.
Or they'll say that it's not actually a valid barcode.
Yeah,
They
no,
just-
no valid item, yeah.
Right, and so those are like I said, the big main thing for DVDs. Look for the region encoding, look for copyright, and for everything, look for copyright, look for barcodes. So let's get to some of the other items.
Yeah.
CDs are another big one that get bootlegged a lot. And at least with CDs, we know a lot of the names of the companies that do the bootlegs.
They're usually repeat offenders.
If there's
Some may.
Mia,
Mia Recordings,
Ever
Animaine, Happy Smile. That's one of the old ones.
This one is KO Recording Limited.
KO.
And like some of the times also it's like there is no copyright on it, which is what eventually clued me in to that it was not legit. But this thing is like this is a collection of a very, very rare series of CDs that they basically gave a whole bunch of music creators. They had them do their own versions of all the different songs from Ava, and then they compiled them on a seven CD collection. And so I got it, and I was like, oh, cool, yeah, I got it. But they fit 7 CDs in here, but not well, and this case will fall apart as I open it, so I would rather not try to put it all back together right now. But
one of the discs doesn't even have anything to sit in, right?
Yep,
It just
one of
falls
the discs
out.
is just sitting in there.
Yeah, one of them,
The
as
other
soon as you open the case, the disc just drops out.
And like I was saying,
Totally awesome manufacturing.
what I was saying is like the best way is to educate yourself on the things you're looking for or the products, because this, I found out later, the legitimate version actually comes in like a cube, because it's one
So
disc
big,
for
yeah.
each thing. But there's also a bootleg version of that one too, I found out. So
What?
yep.
The other thing about CDs to note is that in many cases, when they bootleg a CD, there's a difference between home production and what we call commercial production CDs. Commercial production CDs have usually different equipment that they use to compress the audio, and they can actually fit more music on a disc cleanly. Home or rapid reproduction systems cannot do that well. And so a lot of times they will cut songs off of a soundtrack. The bootleg Chrono Crusade soundtrack that I bought on accident was missing, guess what? The opening song. A soundtrack with no opening. The other thing is if they do like a game soundtrack. How many of you have video game soundtracks? Any of you? Is it just me? Yay! There could be like 40 tracks sometimes on a game soundtrack. Yeah. You can, if they've reproduced it poorly and they've tried to compress that audio and they've done it themselves with software, what happens when you compress audio? It sounds real artifacty and real. If you've ever had that friend that like here's this MP3 of a song I want you to hear, and it sounds like someone played it in another room and you're listening to it in a tin can. That's awesome audio. So, yeah. What else do you want to talk about? CDs?
Posters.
Yes.
Man. Let's talk about posters.
These posters, I see them a lot, and back in the day, I bought like 50
A million.
Same here.
Yeah, me too.
Same here.
They're
called-
these.
They're called lammies, and it's short for laminate. Look, oh yeah, lammies.
And the big thing with these, where you know they're bootleg, again, there's no copyright. If it's
None.
legit posters, we'll have the copyrighted on somewhere. But also, these are the ones I see all the time. Is down in the corner, there'll be a random string of numbers and letters.
Some weird catalog number.
And like these, you usually find them. These will be in a box and be like 3 for $1.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yep.
And so, yeah, these are totally bootleg.
Absolutely, 100%.
Just grab some of the official art and photocopy it, and oh yeah, go ahead. Yes.
Yeah, we actually know there's a legitimate American vendor that his family produces both lammies and those bootleg playing cards. So, and they said they pull the source material from anywhere they can find it. Oh, there they are. These. When you see, okay, how many of you own any of the official playing cards, like the Oron cards or the Black Butler cards? Have y'all ever seen those? Yeah. And they come in a nice little box that has Funimation and Great Eastern's logo on it. When you see these cards in this little this clear plastic container,
Let the camera see that.
and every single picture on every single card is different. Some of them are from art books, some of them are from the video games, some of them maybe from some other video game. These are always bootleg. And the same people that manufacture the lammies create these cards. These are usually like $5 for $5 or $10 for a pack.
I see a sticker sheet. That's something I actually see
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
now. There'll be like something like this, where it's just this large sheet, and it's just a whole bunch of images, and they're all stickers. But these are totally bootleg. They just basically gone into Photoshop with a template, taken all the official art, and just put here, or maybe MS Paint from the look of it.
Yeah. And again, you'll always get somebody who'll say, well, I don't care, I just want Dragon Ball Z stickers. Well, here's the problem. How many of you have ever bought a cheap sticker and then it fell off and then you were left with a gummy, disgusting surface?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, good stickers are made to last and they're good. A lot of times these sticker sheets are made just printed on commercial printers. So there's nothing special about them. It's just like sticking a hello, my name is on something. It's just a cheap paper sticker. How many, any Magic or Pokemon players in the room? Yeah. Just so you know, there are people bootlegging those cards too. And that's tough because some of the people that sell those cards won't let you touch them. One of the ways that you can tell those cards is by the weight of them and feeling the actual produced cards themselves. I think bootlegging cards is even scummier because you could bootleg a bunch of a really rare, powerful card and then suddenly your card doesn't mean a whole lot anymore. What are the things that you would think of to look for if you were looking for a bootleg Pokemon card or a bootleg Magic card or something like that? Yeah.
Peel it.
Peel it. What do you mean, like trying to see the ply on it?
I mean, like
Yeah, the 2-ply, yeah. And you shouldn't be able to pull a second ply from a legit card, correct? I don't play any card games, so I don't know.
No, you shouldn't.
Yeah, you shouldn't. The one thing that I noticed somebody brought some bootleg Magic cards in, and they looked legit, and they were heavy, and they felt real. The actual registration on them, like when they print sheets of something, the registration was off, and it was like a weird tilt to the card, and you didn't really notice it except the border looked weird. And a company that makes playing cards like that would never produce something that looks off-kilter like that, because people that play games would be like, that's not a legit card. So we were talking about it. We said, card games, specifically the people that make, thank you, Arthur. I had no soda. There was one other thing to look for. Yeah.
I don't know if it's like that with Pokemon and Magic, but with every Yu-Gi-Oh card, there's a code down at the bottom next to the copyright that has the code to what the card is. You can research it online.
Oh, nice. Yeah, and I was gonna say the trademark should be given on all these things anyway. Trademark and registration, all that. Yeah.
Well, it's easy to spot fake Yu-Gi-Oh cards because I would go to the East Coast of the flea market when I was little, and you can peel off the little things that they're shiny.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about, the ply, peeling the ply back.
The names are completely wrong. They'll say Blue Eyes White Dragon, they'll say Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Oh, yeah, Monica Rial, is Monica here yet?
Beside you.
Oh, yeah, Monica's little brother and I used to love to go to Hong Kong City Mall and find knockoff toys, and her little brother had the what? Yeah, we have a lot of, I still have the Koopa lunchbox I got you that says, "Hello, friend, don't crying." Yeah. Her little brother has an action figure for a superhero I've never heard of. His name is Spider-Man. And anytime we went to Hong Kong City Mall, we were like, what if I could find a Spider-Man card? You know, Spider-Man. Yeah, Spider-Man. So yeah. But my little brother and I, yeah, we had many a laugh over that. And you mentioned something really important. Flea markets are not really usually a good place to find legitimate product. And that's not to say all flea markets are bad or that all products that you find in flea markets are bad. But there are actual copyright laws that were named flea market laws for that reason. Because flea markets are just kind of an open marketplace. And so that's where a lot of bootleg merchandise traditionally has been handed from person to person. We're in places like flea markets. What else?
I'm gonna go over some of the miscellaneous stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
So you can, like we were talking about with plush, you also have like pillows, which they've just taken 2 pieces of
artwork,
official artwork, and just photocopied it, placed it right on here. And for all I know, this is filled with fiberglass. So that's watch out for that.
You have gloves, honey. You're good.
The sad thing is that I have that exact same pillow.
This is my favorite. This is the new edition.
They'll put stuff on just they'll take
anything.
Like they'll just take artwork and just stick it on anything. Here's a Sailor Moon umbrella. This is broken.
I love this umbrella.
Oh wow.
Rock it, Ivy.
And you take there's another one I've seen quite a few using. They'll take just leather, make leather wallets and stuff. I've seen a lot of Death Note. They take a lot of the popular shows and just make wallets.
Yeah, there's a lot of, that's a big common thing that you see in the vendors room right now, are a lot of unlicensed wallets with pictures from, different shows. Oh no, that's part of the museum. Let me see.
We're not destroying that.
It feels a little firmer than normal.
Yeah, no, it's not polyfoam.
It could just be all.
It's actually probably shredded felt. A lot of them are just filled with felt, which also makes them hit the bed like a lead, like a lead brick too. Yeah, it feels too thick. Yeah, it's definitely not. It's not fluff for sure.
Yeah, and
although my hands is now, so.
And they'll have the wallets, so it'll either be like a simple imprint like this, or they'll do something that'll have.
Whisper party.
They'll actually be inked, and some of them will even look pretty legit, but they're not. This one.
This wallet's awesome.
This one's in Evangelion they have the Nerve logo, which has the slogan "God is in His heaven, all's right with the world." And on the case for this wallet, they got it right on the wallet, but on the case for the wallet, it says "Dogs in His heaven, all's rigged with the world."
That's my dog. It's so funny. It's not the wallet. It's right on the wallet. It's the box that it's wrong. Dogs in his heaven. Yeah.
Then you get some weird things where there's these weird transparent see-through cards.
The clear
And this
cards,
is all legitimate artwork, but they've just taken it and put it on these cards.
He's weird.
And they've even apparently gone through the trouble of cutting out an alpha so that they.
Oh
can,
yeah, this Ray one has that too.
So they've done it. They just put it on these cards, but if you look, there's no copyright of anything on them. I don't even know what these are for. And so like they'll put stuff on anything. I've seen some really weird stuff. Here's the thing we just got is this Totoro
Card holder.
ID card holder or something. And
It's a lot.
I know that's something for your nightmares right there.
Oh God.
There's a slew. By the way, there's a slew of Ghibli bootleg because does anybody collect Ghibli merchandise? It's expensive, isn't it? It's extremely expensive. Yes, and that's the case because the real Ghibli stuff is super cool. They have got some of the coolest, the Nausicaa plant holder right now that looks like the robot, and they've got the glow-in-the-dark banks with the Princess Mononoke, the wood sprites, the Kodama, yeah. There's lots, and there's even one ceramic Ferris wheel that has Totoro and all the different Ghibli characters. And it's like $250, but it's the coolest piece of merch you can find. So be careful of Ghibli knockoff stuff. There's tons of it out there. Specifically Totoro, it's ridiculous. There's a Totoro backpack that looks like creepy Totoro. He's like, it's like this really scary looking grin on his face. Yeah, wait, did you have something to ask or add?
The wallets.
Yeah.
One of the good ways to spot a bootleg wallet is it's not wide enough to actually fit a normal bill.
Oh yeah.
I have one of those. I just didn't bring it with me.
Yeah, I have an Oron one that somebody gave me, and like, when somebody gives you a gift, I can't be like, this is garbage, right? So I just hung on to it, and then I gave it to Lance because the person Lance was the person in charge of licensing at Funimation at the time, and I went by and found out where it was bought and just got that card, and it was like, you might want to talk to these people. So, yeah.
I just wanted to.
What I'm trying to think of, is there anything else? Plush, let's just real quickly talk about plush. Plush are some of the hardest things to spot just because there's so many. When you go into a vendor's room, there's tons of them. But this is a rule that I've always said works in general when trying to find licensed versus unlicensed merchandise. If you can find a vendor at a time when it's not busy and not crowded and say, hey, how do I know that this is a licensed product? Most people that their job is to sell licensed merchandise should be able to tell you that. If they immediately get rude and defensive, I would not buy from them for two reasons. But if I were looking for a plush, I wouldn't go to the table that just has a mountain of random plush lying on top of one another, like, all the forgotten and unloved dolls. Like, I would want to go to a vendor that has, X many this doll and X many this doll and, so many of each doll, and they have them separated. And here's a question: do you think you'd ever find a Nintendo plush that doesn't have some kind of Nintendo marking on it or tag? No, unless it's a bootleg, correct? Another thing on plush, a lot of them have something called a safe toy code, and that's because of safety ratings in Japan. The sad thing is now they bootleg the safe toy code on the back, so things like if you pick up a plush and it looks like it's made cheaply, don't buy it. That's a good rule in general. If something looks like it was made cheaply, don't buy it. But there are people now that they've used the UFO pattern, which UFO are the people that make 90% of the plush that most of us have collected over the years, and they've made knockoffs using that same pattern. But UFO does real specific things. They'll never put a tag through a character's hand. Usually tags are looped through the actual printed tag. They also don't, there's a Sephiroth plush that looks like Raggedy Ann that has like these little red cheek marks. And like Colin said, if you start researching what you want and know what merchandise is available for each thing, it's easier to spot. Also, now this is a dumb question. Any of you have an account for this social media thing called Facebook?
No, what's that?
Oh man. So there's this group called Anime Fans Against Bootleg, and the neat thing about this group is it's a community of people. And people put a picture up like, hey, what do you think of this? Does this look fine? And it's like, the Raggedy Ann and Sephiroth. I'm like, no, but we just have our new group picture. And then somebody like Emily Kringle or myself will come in and say, no, actually these are knockoffs of UFO toys. And it's good because I don't collect like resin models anymore. I used to, but I don't know who sells resin models. And if I wanted to buy it, let's say I found a Monokuma resin model, which would be weird, but fun.
Does UFO
I could-
stand for something?
Huh?
Does UFO stand for something?
UFO is the company. It's like UFO is the company that made them. Yeah, so they're like, we just refer to them as UFO dolls, but that was the name of the company. The funny thing is the best FAQ for spotting bootleg plush is on the UFO website in Japanese. Well, the funny thing is, I was like, well, surely there's an American version of this FAQ. And there was something that was really accurate and really thorough, and it was on eBay of all places, because nobody's ever bought any bootleg stuff off of eBay. But the funny thing is it was just copied from the UFO site and translated, so it's kind of funny. But yeah, that's just the name of the company though. That's just who makes it, UFO. I think it was UFO Catcher, wasn't it? Was the name of the company? Yeah, UFO Catcher. But there was something... Resin models, yeah. Well, the cool thing is, being a member of a community is like having all of us in one place. I might not know anything about resin models, but I bet there's somebody in here that would. And so being a part of a community like that, you can start passing ideas off like, hey, what is this really? What, hey, does this Sailor Moon thing, this thing looks like a little jerky to me, is this real? And it's good to be a part of a community like that. I think, do we save it for the last? Is this the last? Monica's never seen this before.
Mary Sue!
Come, we'll let Monica, because Monica knows a little about Evangelion. We want you to come up here and look at this box and tell us who you see on the cover of Evangelion.
Oh no.
Who is that?
Random anime girl A.
We call her Mary Sue. We call her Mary Sue. We don't know who she is.
Like Mary Jane.
Yeah. Better thing is there's a big poster with her on it inside. Hang on. And it's different artwork, but
It
guess
could be
what?
a
Oh wait,
picture
where is
of
it?
me.
It's that you have to pull this out, yeah.
Maybe it's a picture of me as Tenpen's voice actor. They're like, here's that anime version of Monica.
Hey, and she's back! Bigger than everybody else!
Alongside two Pokemon.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and if you flip that upside down, it's actually a Pokemon poster, and you can actually see, what is it, Clefairy? Or
No, that's
Cresselia, yeah.
Darkrai somewhere else
Yeah.
in that picture.
Yeah,
There's
it's,
something going on in the corner over here. I'm not sure about.
yeah.
Floating head?
Yeah, she's just...
Oh no, she's got a leg.
But no arms apparently.
Like she's giant. She's going to eat Hisako and Asuka.
There's a lot of really confusing information on the side, like the words Blu-ray, and then you go down here and it says Full HD 1080 DVD-9. So is it a Blu-ray or is it DVD?
Well, and it's all not in English.
Look
That
at
might be your
Shinji's,
first.
look at Shinji's haircut.
Oh. Oh,
A little bowl cut. The
Is this all-
funniest thing is some of the pictures on the back aren't even from the show. Some of
There's fan art.
video game. Yeah, it's the video game. Yeah.
And then in this
Oh,
inside
yes.
this flap inside here, which has this just the cover again, but also this.
Oh, that's
What
the
is
one.
that?
But just someone's fan art of something else.
It looks like something with like rumbling hearts or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. I want you to see this really great. You have a DVD condom that comes with this. If this one isn't good enough, you get this super. Because you know, this is the way DVDs should be sold, really. Like, you see these.
Why is that?
Because it's classy.
Also,
Hang on,
if
show
you,
that to
if
the-
you actually
show
put
that to
this
the
into
camera.
your DVD player to take a look
You gotta
at it.
roll it
It
down a little
starts out
bit.
by playing
Look at
the
that.
Blu-ray logo animation,
What is
but it
that?
skips and jerks and then just kind of gives up and goes. to
Oh
the
my
remake.
god, that's so funny.
That's so good.
And then if you play it, the English dialogue is offset because it has the whole English dub on there.
Wow.
And the whole dub is offset by 1 second.
That's when ADR watches and goes, cringe.
Yeah. But there have been legitimate DVDs that came out. The original Blade Runner DVDs were like that. And Recall them, yeah. Awesome. Does anybody have any questions about anything we talked about at all? Yeah. Yeah. Guys, hang on. I believe it, yeah. They're, I think, aren't they all?
Yeah, I think they're actually.
Yeah.
There is, like in anime, when I was told by the guys who owns the store, there is, they made a couple, and of their actual licensed Death Note.
I'm fact checking, hang on.
It only came with it came with like, it was a special like, release, and it only came with all the DVD set with one license.
I'm checking right now. Emily Kringle. It's easier to do it this way. Hey, are there ever legitimate Death Note books? Question mark. We'll know in a second. Like literally, this girl knows everything about retail, everything.
Serious
Like,
witch.
So also,
Yeah,
She's a witch.
yeah, she does magic.
Are there any other questions? Because we have to get to the
Yeah. Oh, shit, hey, no, please,
When it comes to commission work as fan work, where does that fall into the whole bootleg thing?
Oh man,
Well,
it doesn't. It really, yeah.
if you want to go very what the law says, no. But Funimation actually just posted a thing
A really neat
a
article.
little bit ago about what they will
And we'll
tell you, what they will go after and what they won't. And basically, well, yes, it's technically you are not supposed to do that, but they're all right with it because they know how the community works and stuff.
Yeah.
The things that they will go after is if you use the logos or the titles,
Trademark,
because with trademark, as opposed to just copyright
Image.
is like the copyright will stay, but trademark, if you don't actively defend your trademarks,
Trademark, you'll be punished by the.
you will lose the trademark. So they literally have to tell you to stop, or they won't have it anymore.
So if you have something that has like a fairy tale logo on it that's bootleg, or even if it's fan art, Funimation can tell them you can't use that. You can't use that font. You can't use the word fairy tale. You
But
can't.
you can draw a picture of
Yes.
the characters.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Put that on the, or don't draw the Funimation logo.
And the thing about commissioned works, those are actually considered artistic interpretations. And a commission is something that you pay an artist to do once. So that's like an artistic representation. And most people, even people that have a legitimate claim over it, most people will not go after an artist that's doing a commission. Now, if you take that and do 500 reproductions of it and stick it in a notebook and sell it on Artist Alley, there's some conventions that will tell you can't do that. So, we've got our answer from Emily Kringle. No, we didn't. No. I'm running Windows XP. I don't care. Yeah. You got it? Okay, so if you have any other questions, find us a little bit later, but we have something very exciting we're about to do. Woo! So hold tight for 1 second. We have to call on a robot.
You guys need any help? You guys need any help at all? We're good. Good? Cool.
Monica, you can have my chair, honey.
But they don't put the logo. Anything saying what it is.
Good evening, and welcome to the Bootleg Bomber. For your safety, please pay attention to the following message. The first part of the Bootleg Bomber, which you just saw, is educational. The second part, which you are about to see, is presented for your entertainment. It is important to notice that the people presenting this are professional theatrical technicians. This is not to be attempted at home. For your safety, do not come in front of the row of chairs there. Please, that includes you, I need to ask you to move behind the row of chairs. Do not go on this side of the room. Do not come to the front of the room.
Oh boy.
You are fine there. You are going to see two costumed characters. At the end of the event, you may take pictures with them in the game lounge. Please do not approach the front of the room at the end of the event. After the event, you are invited, if you have a full day badge, to join us for the dance, which is at 9 o'clock.
Squeeze in behind you. Yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah. That is all the safety.
Will there be any sudden loud noises?
No.
Okay. Well, like me? The
You'll
tunnel
know
gets
that.
over there.
Oh man. Done.
Last year
done,
was fire.
Done. Dun, dun, dun. What is that? What is that?
It's a mini bootleg city.
Oh my god. Wait, we gotta take pictures of that. What is that?
Somebody needs to play We Built This City.
I heard it playing earlier this morning, actually.
Yeah, go downstairs. Do they have karaoke downstairs?
There's a band.
Band, yeah. Sorry for them.
Can we make a song request?
Let's get this building
It's a
back
Greg
up.
robot.
Robot little helper.
Let's level a skyscraper. Who wants on what? On three?
Yeah.
1, 2,
3.
Oh look, we got a DVD. Rumbling Hearts if they want. That. You turn it? Yeah. See you later, Ray. Oh wait, we've got Googly Eye Rama.
Yes, we still had googly eyed bootlegs.
Okay, let's go this way. Oh no. Oh, we saw this little building. Who's in there? Everybody okay? Everybody okay in there?
There's one on the other side of the
And Greg, we have more tools for you.
Cut off your Bradley's head!
by the power of Grayskull. What a really awful bootleg necklace. Ooh, there's posters in here. Destructobot, would you like some cheers? Oh, yeah. Yay!
Break out the sawzall.
Make it rain. There you go.
A proper PPE for the tank top.
That's a pleasant noise, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Satisfying crunch.
I can see her face.
That was my project for the day. It
It
took me 3 hours. Destroyed in 30 seconds.
Now.
Wallet.
What
Some more for you.
Oh,
Oh, yes. The stuff that I donated.
Monica, you should come.
Yeah, go Monica! Woo!
Monica, these are fun.
I just want to sit on them. Only I can fart on command.
There's a fairy tale whistle. Let's trim it up a little bit.
This is fun, y'all.
Here, Monica, wait.
Oh, God.
You want to hit it?
Yes.
These are that. We'll fix these posters right here.
that goes on the bootleg.
This is sexy.
I donated all this stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a combination.
You want
Hammer. Yeah.
Nice. Now flip it over and you
Get
can smash
some.
with the other side.
Look at faces.
Woo! Yeah!
Oh yeah.
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 Monica turned into Swear Bear for a second.
This is like free therapy. My mother never loved me. She didn't do
I hope you don't need this. I hope you don't need this purse. Oh, it's bad leather. Oh. We'll just air the bottom of the bag out. Or have a side of wool.
Tug of war.
Quick, help him out!
We'll start it. Okay, there you go. This should do it. We pull it. Yeah. What else do we do? Just guidance. Monica, help kill a poster.
Okay, oh, I don't want to do that. That's all good. Here, I'm gonna.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
Here, this way of tools.
okay. I won't hurt
We've
you.
done this a couple times.
Now this looks like it was made really well, Monica.
Oh, hey.
I don't know what this is.
It's a Full Metal Alchemist bag.
Feedback? What is this? Alright, first. Here, wait, pull it, no, pull it this way.
Really crazy type of organ.
Good to talk about. Oh, we still have Monica. You haven't really destroyed a CD yet. I mean, a DVD.
I think I did.
Yeah,
Oh, we've got more. Look.
Maybe a scarf.
Oh, I don't know. Here, Monica. Here's how you share anime with your friends.
Thank
See, both of us can have some.
I know, they're just like, what's going on?
Stop it! I just want to like break things by my feet.
Bare hand. No, out, out.
Out, out.
Ow!
Out.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
What the hell?
Watch out, back into it!
What's up with this?
There's many layers. No break.
No, look! It's not breaking! It's not breaking! It's breaking!
Bend it back and forth. There you go. Now keep going. Aw.
What is that? Is that how they're made? That's not how they're made.
Greg, look at the spine on that one. Sail or moon.
Camera, ready, red. Get rid of that Sailor Moon!
Sailor Moon. Oh, Monica,
Huh?
we need some help.
What is it?
Hang on.
It's a wallet.
It's a wallet.
No.
Let's here, hold this for 1 second. We'll get this started. Okay, now we should, in theory, be able to take one wallet and make 2 wallets. Cardboard inside.
I've located a Terry Doty.
Hey, Terry Doty's here.
Terry, you want to come break stuff? Okay, this is so much fun. Watch.
Huh? Your name's Monica, right? Yes! Monica!
Monica!
Monica! Monica! Monica! Monica! Monica! Monica! Monica! Monica! Monica! Monica!
Yeah, scissors. Those are hedge
All right,
clippers.
Terry, just let it rip.
No, now it's Monica.
Oh.
With rubber.
There we go. How do we do Destructo Bot?
What's this?
Yeah, oh.
was in a Naruto pack. That was so Naruto ninja gift set.
Should we good? Just stroke the butt. Well, that's called housekeeping.
That's quick.
Handmade.
That's a.
Make a wish. That's the bottom half of it. Looks like we're around it.
How about in advance, let's
Thank the people that are going to have to clean this up.
Wait, it's not to. It's not to. Well, but it's kind of not.
Go, Mira Jane, go!
It's got me!
Monica, here's an artifact from last year. Can you tell what we used last year?
Not here or not!
No!
It's very good looking. Ron destroyed it.
You are in timeout. One more.
There's still a DVD intact.
That's me so stupid.
And remember, everyone, in order to approach the front of the throne, please go that way. In an orderly fashion.
Woo! That was Bootleg Bomber Animaine 2015. Hope you guys all enjoyed. We'll see y'all later.